Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. So in this episode, nothing too drastic. We're basically launching a comm satellite now. The plan for this comm satellite is to put it into low orbit, but we want to get it into orbit. With my luck, just being able to launch this thing without issues is going to be the big thing. I'm going to put it, I want to put it around the 80,000, or around the 80 mark is what I'm going to call it. How accurate we're going to be able to place it, I don't know. I just realized the world disappears. Down here and down here. That's good to know. But anyways, yeah, so the plan is to launch ComSat number 1 into orbit around Kerbin. Then the plan will be over time to launch more and more and more. Now I'm going to go into the map here real quick. So there is a geosync location. I believe it's at I think it's at 1.2 or it's at 12 something on million. So it's this thing's at 7. So it's roughly somewhere in between. Because if we hit this right, you'll see that we're not quite. This is going a little slower. So we need to bring it in probably around half that distance. So bring this up here. So everything's connected right now. But the plan is to kind of I was going to hit that to show. The plan is to kind of launch something halfway. Something around here-ish. And have that, because that'll be able to buffer both of these guys. And then the plan will be to put one out further and then slowly work our way around. Again, remember, our current system goes all the way up to Minmus. So the plan is also to put a satellite out here that will be able to also cover the backside. And then we'll have a couple out here. We'll have 2 or 3 in this region, and then we'll have 2 or 3 in here, and then we'll have 1 or 2 flying around Kerbin itself. But the plan is to have a lot of these satellites in all the different orbits and doing all the things. So with that in mind, I'm going to quickly give someone an epileptic seizure, and I believe we're now getting into the afternoon. SAS on. What is going on? Are we out of battery power? Okay, so I kind of screwed that up. Revert flight to launch. I let this guy sit there too long and his batteries died. So anyways, we're going to go in 5, 4, full throttle, 3, 2, 1. Kaboosh. Now remember, the whole point of this guy is just to let the satellite system link in. Later on, we'll launch and extend this communication dish and that communication dish. And then this one, obviously, is the relay data itself. So the plan is to go halfway between the moon and whatever, so it's at 11. So we want to go about 5 million. What happened? I have no idea what happened there, and I went too far. Was my SAS not on? Did I hit a button there? No, SAS on, full throttle, and launch. Yeah, so the plan is, I'm going to zoom out back a little bit, is to get this thing to about 5 million. So, right now, this satellite is at 7. That's no big deal, right? So we're getting into 5. So we're going around here-ish. We're recently using what I'm calling the launcher, which is everything below this Sepratron down is our launcher vehicle. From what I've pretty much done the math on, this thing should be able to launch people into orbit and with no main issues. With our little bit of experiments and things that we've already done, I don't foresee any issues with launching anytime soon. We're gonna start our tilt. Starting our tilt. I'm starting our tilt. I'm not in control of anything at this point. We have Okay. We lost all control. That was a failure in the launch as well. So I'm going to try to figure out what is going on here. We lost. That was kind of weird. We lost 100% control of our rocket there. Like, I wasn't able to control anything. I'm wondering if it's aerodynamics. Like, this technically is cupping in air, and that's causing the problem. So what I'm actually going to do... We're not going to launch our first satellite. In actuality, we're going to do a quick batch of more of science. Open. I wanted to get the science get to 2000, and we're going to immediately launch this thing. And we're going to drive it down to the air to down here. SAS on. I've been told by a few people that I should try my hand at airplanes. We will probably do airplanes starting next week. Maybe even later this week. Or maybe even later in this episode. If we can get our science stuff done. Remember, we haven't really unlocked much when it comes to airplanes. I kind of really didn't do much when it came to the airplanes yet. Whoa. This thing is hard to control. Even with SAS on, this thing's actually pretty... We have to also be careful we don't fall into a hole. There's an issue with the graphics on this building. Everything, I think it's within here to here. Doesn't work, or it's the front of the building doesn't work, technically. We're gonna hit the brakes here. Oh! So, remember earlier when I made the comment about the fact that if you turn too sharply, you can, well, crash your vehicle. Well, I did just that. Well, let's observe the goo. We're going to keep that. You're going to do EVA anyways. And you're going to do both of those. Keep. You're then going to board, and we're going to recover the vessel. And I'm just going to sit here shaking my head going, and I failed at something else again. Oh, we got 30 science. That's not so bad. This is 45. You have nothing really I want. What I want... Oh, maybe I do have to get... Oh, I do have to get that. So that's 90. Boo. Okay. So we need at least 135. So we need 100 more science. So I need to go to here, 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 and here. I was told there used to be a way that you could flip the buildings here. Or was it that you can go in here and switch... load. Yeah, you can. Haha. Load. And then launch. So this is technically going to be on the launch. So we're just going to quickly turn it, get it to the ramp, and then we're going to turn the brakes on. Brakes. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep. We're going to do that. Well, actually, it's keep 2. Okay. EVA. Boom. And boom. We're also going to do a crew report real quick. No, I got a board. Crew report. Now do the EVA. And restore. Only scientists can restore inoperable moment. Oh, well, guess what? I also have the wrong pilot on board. Next. Done. Click this thing and say, it was the science kit, but I want to get, Bob. Duh, I'm a donut. Alright, so let's try this again. This time we're going to go immediately to the launcher. Because we got everything already here. So this area here is technically a biome. Don't know if it's before this, so it's, I think something like all the way in here, but we'll double check. And we'll bounce. We're going to brake. Lock the brakes in place. 1. Okay, so this is all technically the launch pad still. Keep you boarded. We're gonna hit 2. Send everything back. You're gonna do a crew report real quick. And then you're gonna do your EVA. We're going to restore and restore. You're gonna go there. We're gonna. Okay, so engine on. There we go. Boom. So we're gonna try in here. I think this is the track. I'm trying to remember what this is called. I think it might be called the loading track. And we're gonna stop. And we're gonna do the crew report. That'll tell us. Yep. Crawler way. EVA. Boom, boom. We're going to store all the experiments. Oh, I got bored again. I keep doing it in the wrong order. EVA. Restore and board back in, please. Brakes are off. Full throttle to the engines. This is a nice little like test area. I like it. Well, I don't want to go up on here because I'm too worried that something like this is going to happen where we're going to actually, yeah, we might tip. So I'm a little nervous about that. So we just got to get over here to the vehicle assembly building, the VAB. Once we get over there, we can quickly collect science. We have to double back over here. So we might hit this building, run over here real quick, grab the science from there, hit the research building, and then double back. And I believe we're now in the vehicle assembly building footprint. We're going to hit crew report. Vehicle assembly building. Perfect. Number 1 for all the science. Gonna hit 2 for it all to be collected. EVA. We're going to say boom, boom. We're going to save both of those. I'm going to store both of those in there for now. Going to hit restore. Then restore. We're going to board. We're going to hit 2 again and deploy those. Brakes off and to the next building. Jeeves. Or Bob. Gonna gun it. And then turn the engine off. So we just need to hop across this little thing here. Just gotta be careful we don't go too far to the left or too far to the right, or we end up down here. Basically, we just want to go around this one comm tower here. Because at least then, as long as we're on the left side of this comm tower, then we're good. Then we know. And then also you get the little bump there, showing you. Like you can tell here, we're technically not even touching the ground. You can see our shadow isn't even lining up properly, which is kind of funny. But anyways, all our science staff, we're now at the tracking station. Crew report. Good to go. Transfer everything. Perfect. EVA. And we're going to go boom. And boom. We're now going to board again. We're going to take everything. Because I wasn't too sure if I did both of those. Is it V that you pop it automatically? No, V is camera. Nah, boo. Anyways, restore both of these. Get back on. Brake off. Max out that engine. Turn it back off again. Well, yeah, let's put the camera. No, that's first person. No. No, 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 no. Okay. It's like just what we need is for the camera to go all like ridiculous on us here. There we go. Anyways, let's get to the research building. And then we're done doing all the science around the Kerbal Space Center. Because remember, we've already done down there. For the moment, later on when we get like the gravioli detectors and all the other sciencey stuff, we should have another bump here in a second. Usually I go through this building here just to make sure, and I actually do it right in this spot, but We've got to run over there. Actually, I can just make a hard right. It's no big deal. And the break. Make sure we're actually in the research center. Crew report, R&D. Number 1. Boom, 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 boom. EVA. Take it, take it. Good, good. We're going to board real quick. Hit 2, transfer everything. We're going to then hop back out. We're going to restore. And restore. Get back in. Brake off and hit the gas. Turn her off and make a hard right. And get to this building here. So once we get to it and we do the science for it, then we're done the Kerbal Space Center altogether. One of the plans will be to make an aircraft. What is that? Interesting. I never even... Oh, that's the old capsule. In like the version 1 of the game. Like the pre-Steam release game. That's what the capsule looked like. It was ugly. Even the scale of everything was kind of all cattywampus and stuff. Alright, so I don't want to go too far close to this building because the building itself is... you can get stuck in the building, basically. We're going to say crew report from mission control. Perfect. All the sciences. EVA. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just say recover the vessel. And all the science is done in the Kerbal Space Center, the KSC. We got 275 science. From that, which is good, we're going to hit next. And we're going to go to R&D. We're going to get the things we need. So we want general construction. Not because we really want other... Well, the struts will be good. But we also want the advanced construction because we want fairings. And then we want specialized construction because it has the even bigger fairings. Though, is there anything in this row that we want? There's miniaturization. Not too worried about that. Space exploration. The rover wheels would be nice. Landing would be nice because it gives us a couple of things in here. Aerodynamics wouldn't be too bad because we gotta get 2 of these things in this one or 1 in this. I could get this. This gives us the bigger command module and the cupola for a space thing. The lander can and a bigger service bay, but we don't really have much. But heavy rockets would be nice. Because this gives us way more oompapa for our stuff. Yeah. So now we can either pick one of these. And I'm thinking maybe we should start going down the aircraft route. Or go... You know what? We're going to go miniaturization. Because we do want to build probes and stuff. Okay, ComSat load. Okay, so first major change of the ComSat is a... Well, actually of the lander. We're going to do lander 2.0 first. Or the launcher 2.0. So first things first. These 2 fuel tanks gone. They're now going to be replaced with 2 of those. Done. We now reconnect. You guys come down. And... there. So the launcher and all that stuff is going to be obviously already bigger than normal. Part 2 is those are going to go. And then these are going to go. And those. And those for now. Okay. Actually, you know what I can do? Because now we have the ability... we do have RCS. Now, do I have the RCS tanks? Oh, sorry, I have the new SAS module. So the new SAS module is going right there. Because there's no other SAS module on anything else. There we go. That's all that. RCS, on the other hand, is a new thing. I think I only need 2 RCS thrusters on this. But now I also need RCS fuel. Now the question is that the only... It is, okay. I'm going to have to make our probe a little bigger. See, the problem here is that... Okay, what I'm going to do... structural. Can I pop that on there? I can. I'm going to pop that there. I can take these off. Put those higher up. Okay. Let's try the move. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, now we just need the other antennas. I mean, these aren't too bad. I mean, they fold out, right? So I can go here and here, and click rotate, and tell them both to go like so. Not bad, not bad. You're going to be moved over there, and you're actually being... Well, actually, no, you can go like that. Put you there, and then take you off. You don't need to be there anymore, but... Oh, is it aerodynamics? Yeah, it is. Okay. Coupling... Payload. There it is, payload. There we go. Look at that. Now I can also put that on there. Do I have? Oh, I do have that. Perfect. And I have the bigger fuel tanks, don't I? I do. So instead, you go there. You go there. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, you're actually going to go... You're already a coupler there. So we're going to go... One of you. And then we're going to go with the best engine. So in... The vac thrust on this is 20 kilonewtons. Well, this is 60 kilonewtons. And this is 250 kilonewtons. Well, that's way too big. So we're going to go with you. Then we're going to go like so. This will actually put it into the actual orbit we want. You're going to go like so. And then around that, which is the best part, is going to be... Just want to put these here so I know what I'm doing with them. So it's going to be you, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 6. Couplings. Let's do them like this. Okay. Then we're going to do them 2 at a time. Oh, so you're just automatically going to default like that, aren't you? Okay. So I actually have to do these 2 at a time. So we're going to go 2. Then 4. 6, and then 8. That's not so bad. Place tool and just click them all pretty much once. Right, because then they're all just going to automatically default to the perfect spot for us. Look at that. Now, when I do this, 2 of them automatically show up. Haha. Then we hit Alt. And there we go. And then we're going to do the swivel engine. Done. And then we do fuel. You're going to go from here into there. Thank you. Then I hit Alt. And just basically, I should be able to now just click and it should automatically default every time I do this, right? Yeah, it does. Perfect. Except when I... Oh, you know what? That's not going to work. We're just going to do 2. And the 2 of them are both are going to dump into the center, but the center is going to have 3 tanks. And then the one on the outside is going to have 2. And we're just going to say like so. Perfect. And then fuel's going to go like that. Aerodynamics. Kabunk. Okay. Now this is massive overkill to just put a communication satellite in orbit. But this is also us just trying to figure out a way of getting things a little... how can I put this? I just want to be able to kind of get an idea of stuff we're going to need to get to like the moon and Mars and all that stuff. So on stage 1, we're going to have all of you. So I'm actually going to have to zoom back a little bit. So on stage 1, we have all 3 of you. You run out of fuel, and then boom, that goes. When that goes, we finish burning through everything else, and then this goes while this goes. Once this is gone, we should be able to, at that point, pop you. But I'm actually going to manually control you. Now, as for our actions, action number 1 is going to be pretty much the same thing for everything. Action number 1, we're going to extend our antennas. We're going to extend our radiators. We're going to extend our solar panels. And that's pretty much it. SAS is going to stay off until this part here is good to go. But I think we're good to try. So this is ComSat 1. Or is that called Overkill Satellite 1? With the Launcher 2.0 system. So here we go. SAS on, RCS is off. We are launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The launch of ComSat 1 into the 5 million kilometer orbit. I love how you actually can see the fact that this is already off-centered. So if we were to actually shut our engines off right now, we actually would already be off a little bit. And this actually looks like stuff that NASA would do. Like the view. I like it. Now if I could only like change the skins and paint these things a little different. One of the things I do realize is we're pretty much at this point just launching ourselves into orbit. Like, what next stage of this launcher will be to add 2 more of these, 1 on either side, and the whole point of these would be to add fuel going into these. So the plan will be to build these 4 and then remove the like we'll do 2 and 2. So the next stage will be 2 more of these guys on either side. Okay, we're almost on our first stage. We're going to tilt to 60 degrees. We're going to wait for this kind of jolt, this little bit. There we go. Boom. This looks more missile-y. The other point here is just to keep kind of going up like this. Once we hit 50,000 or 50 kilometers, we will cut back our speed a little bit here. And now we're going to go down to 1/3. This will just help us finish getting out into orbit. We're also going to try to level our orbit out a little bit more. Go. I'm also gonna give her a bit of a twist, just so our horizon's lined up properly now. We're now in space. Not too worried about the efficiency because we have just so much fuel. Slow us down a little bit. I'm gonna say out of maneuver and just get us into orbit. So we have a 2 minute. Oh. Okay, so we're just going to start burning now. Screw it. I'm just going to aim for our prograde at the moment. Then what I'll do is I'll order it to then stay at stability assist, and we'll aim closer. And that should be fine. Aim back up against it. Start pushing it away. And as I said, we just hit prograde. Tons of fuel. I'm actually going to aim a little bit above the horizon here. That should be fine. There it goes. So we're going to be going into orbit momentarily. We'll get the wonderful, wonderful music. Also going to deploy and hit 1 and deploy all that stuff. Well, we're in orbit. And that's good. Now we're going to hold there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use our apogee here, and we're going to try to go for 5 million. It's 1.7, 3, 4, 47, 49, 4934, 4973, 98. There, 5 million. Once again, we still do not have RCS turned on. We still have... Wow, actually, we've got a lot of the fuel left still. Our RCS is still not enabled. All our comm network and all our comm dishes are turned on. If I turn this on, I should see some communication between us and one of the other satellites very soon. Yep. So we're connected with the Mun satellite, but we do not right now have connection to P3 for some reason. The P3 satellite. I'm wondering if I can only have... Oh no. Can I only have access to one guy at a time on this thing? If that's the case, we have a satellite here that's going to be pretty much underpowered. I'm going to have to launch a satellite that has like 80 or 90 things down the side of it. Alright, so we've got a 33-second burn when we go to our target. So I'm just going to click it and say warp to next maneuver. Yeah, I think we can only connect to one target at a time here. And we connected to the Mun one first. Okay, so we're going to burn at about 17 seconds. I'm just going to fast forward here real quick. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get ready to burn. It's 24. So once again, we're going to burn at 17 seconds. Now, this will raise us to our second to last burn. It actually should burn out the remainder of our fuel in our larger tanks. Then at the very end, we'll use RCS to circle to make our orbit nice and circular. It's circularize or whatever it is. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That's not even close. $70. Boom. 5 million. Alright, and I'm going to set another spot for this location. Year to go out 5 million as well. And I want it to be as circular as possible, so I have to keep going back to this one and using the blue to readjust. Here at 4.3, 4.4, 4.6, 4.67. Wow, 5.1. That's 5 million, and this would be... Okay, that's actually really close. Can I get it closer? 5 million 6. Okay, and then if I tweak this a little bit... $5,031,000. 5,022,000. You know what? That's good enough. We're going to aim towards our target here. Right, and we have a 39-second burn this time, so I'm going to tell it just to quickly warp to there. So looks like it's prioritizing... Oh, is this out of power? Is that why? Yeah, he's out of power. So we have a connection to him. He's out of power. He, on the other hand, the guy in the orbit around the moon, I believe, doesn't have... is our first satellite we launched with solar panels. That's why. So we have 39-second burn. So I'm just going to go... Nope. I screwed that up. Warp to next maneuver, please. So this guy's actually out of power. That's why it's red. I forgot about that. Okay. So we're going to burn at 15 17 seconds. So we can go to times 5 here. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. It ended up being a 12-second burn instead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. So now we check, and this is just over 5 million. And that one's not quite. You know, 5 million too. That's, you know what? That's fine. So normally this is where we would be pretty much out of fuel. We're actually doing really good for fuel. Our first comm satellite actually did really well. So I'm actually going to celebrate by decoupling and ordering our satellite to turn towards prograde, and we're enabling RCS. And we're disabling RCS for now. Okay, so I go retrograde. Okay, retrograde will always be facing the sun. Okay. There we go. So we have our very first comm satellite in orbit. And the only reason why we don't have a connection to this satellite is because she's out of power. And I am looking at the camera like you guys should be seeing me. But I don't have the camera set up yet. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode when we launch our next comm satellite, which I'm going to try to put opposite of this one, because if I turn this on, I don't want to say we'll be in geosync orbit because I think we're too high, but I think we're pretty dang close. I think we're going to stay on the dark side the majority of the time. Yeah. So it takes us probably around 3 days to get into the sun. So the next satellite I'm hoping will be in a bit of a better position. Or sorry, in the same distance, but I'm going to try, fingers crossed, to put it on the opposite side of this guy at the 5 million mark. That might take a couple of tries, but like that, we have tons of fuel. We actually have a viable launcher for the next stage of basically exploration, to the moon, to Minmus, you name it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.